Hello there. We've seen some severe thundery downpours across Europe causing havoc in recent days, particularly to Spain and the Balearics. Now you can see on the satellite picture that some of the shower clouds are now starting to drift further east. So Corsica, Sardinia seeing some heavy rainfall through the course of Thursday, and we'll see some sharp, intense showers through the Alps, stretching up through Germany into Poland and Scandinavia. Much of the Mediterranean is a little bit quieter though than it has been. There's a good slice of sunshine across Turkey, mainland Greece along with the Greek Isles and southern Italy. Sharper showers to the north, better across Spain and Portugal in comparison to recent days, drier and a little more sunshine coming through. We've got some warmth into France. There's our sharper showers into Germany. Not looking too bad though, a few sharp showers into Poland and into Scandinavia. Now the story into Friday shows a good deal of dry weather with those showers easing their way eastwards. We'll see a weather front pushing into the northwest of the UK, bringing yet more rain and a sign of something a little bit cooler as we head into the weekend. And in fact, you can see that quite clearly with temperatures easing down in London and in Paris quite dramatically. We keep the sunshine though going into Madrid with a few sharp showers returning for Rome. Further east, it looks dry, settled and sunny for the next 5 days. Hello there. Bit of a west-east split with the weather in North America at the moment, and the reason being this area of low pressure that's moving its way through central Canada and it's drifting its way steadily eastwards. You can see this swirl of cloud on the satellite picture. It's a weather front tying its way around that low pressure and it's drifting its way steadily east. So it'll bring outbreaks of rain across the eastern seaboard, behind it high pressure building and quietening things down quite nicely. We don't have the extreme heat that we had in the desert southwest just a few days ago, but nevertheless it's still dry, settled, sunny and still pretty warm as well. So let's take a look at both the west and east coast in a little more detail. You can see through British Columbia, looks fine and settled. That stretches down into Washington State, Oregon, down through California as well. Very nice indeed. Now that means that the city forecast reflect this as well. There'll be some sunny weather on offer and temperatures mid to high 70s over the next few days. Across the east coast, we've got outbreaks of rain then stretching its way out of Canada down through to Washington. But I just want to zoom out a little further. A few isolated showers into Florida, but we need to keep a close eye on Dorian. Now, this could develop into a more significant storm and head towards that Florida coastline for the holiday weekend. So we'll need to keep a close eye on that. Ahead of it, though, dry, settled and sunny. Hello there. Let's take a look at the weather forecast for South America before moving on to the Caribbean and an update with Dorian. Now, as you can see on the satellite picture, we've got this stripe of cloud. It's a weather front and it's the dividing line between introducing colder air down to the south. And we have seen some extreme warmth further north into Argentina. That's going to be the story for the next few days. Elsewhere, it's largely fine and quiet. Yes, we've got some showers into parts of Venezuela and Colombia, but not as extensive as they can be. And you can see a good slice of dry weather across pretty much the whole of Brazil. Yes, a little bit of fair weather cloud, but nothing amounting to anything at all. The same too for Paraguay and Uruguay, northern Argentina, seeing temperatures into the mid-20s. But behind that frontal system, something just that little bit colder. And yes, we're going to see some snow with any elevation as well. So this is the city forecast for the next few days, and temperatures easing in Buenos Aires, as you can see, quite considerably as we head into the weekend. Now, as for Mexico, we'll see a few scattered showers into Mexico and Central America, but all eyes at the moment across the Caribbean as we are still expecting Tropical Storm Dorian to brush to the north of Puerto Rico. It may well strengthen to hurricane status and head towards the islands of Turks and Caicos over the next few days and then potentially over to Florida. We'll keep you updated of developments of that, but elsewhere there's a good deal of dry weather in the forecast. Hello there. Let's take a look at what to expect with the weather in Africa, and it's the seasonal rains that are the talking point at this time of year, and they're showing up quite nicely on the satellite picture. They start off across the Ethiopian highlands and they drift their way steadily westwards with their most intense rainfall across that West African coastline. So stretching up through Sierra Leone up into Senegal, but they are just a little bit further north. So South Sudan has seen a lot of heavy rainfall and it has brought some localised flooding, and there's more to come, I'm afraid, over the next next few days. Elsewhere, it's largely fine and quiet, and in fact in Cape Town got a good deal of dry weather, although a little more cloud around as we move into the weekend. Johannesburg keeps the blue sky and sunshine. Now further north of that, Khartoum will see that heat fairly consistent over the next few days. A little more fair weather cloud into Casablanca as well for the start of the weekend. Into the Middle East, it's a fine, settled story at the moment. Still, we've got that heat across Iraq and Kuwait. Temperatures into the high 40s over the next few days. We're seeing a fairly consistent story stretching down through the United Arab Emirates, as you can see quite clearly. Temperatures likely to peak into the mid-30s. Bit more of a breeze across that south coast, affecting Yemen and Oman, but nothing particularly extensive. It's a consistent story for the next 5 days to come. Take care. Hello there. Southwest monsoon rains still continue, and in recent days we've seen some heavy rainfall across parts of northwest India and into Pakistan, as you can see quite clearly. Now satellite pictures also picking up some pretty intense shower clouds down to the south, and we're starting to see some heavier rains moving into the northeast. So really through Chhattisgarh and Uttar Pradesh we'll see some heavy rainfall across that Kerala coastline too, and for another day we will see some heavy rains into Karachi, slowly easing away as we move towards the weekend. Let's move to Central Asia, and we'll come back to South Asia in just a moment. As you can see, across to Kazakhstan, we're picking up some shower cloud here, and 29 degrees in Astana. A little bit warmer further south into Uzbekistan, now into Afghanistan, fine and settled. And then, as I say, into India and Pakistan, we're picking up some sharper showers here. Now, the Kerala coastline will continue to see some wet weather along with Sri Lanka, those showers fairly relentless over the next few days to come. And then pushing up into Orissa, over to Chhattisgarh, Uttar Pradesh, we'll see some pretty intense thundery downpours as well. This is the story then for our city forecast for the next 5 days. The showers continue into Mumbai, the same too into Colombo, but it does look as though it's an improving picture through Karachi, with that intense rain easing down, drier into the weekend. That's it. Take care. Hello then. All eyes are focused on Tropical Storm Dodo, which may well strengthen to typhoon status as it continues to push its way away from Luzon across the South China Sea towards Hainan, and then eventually later this week perhaps into the northeast of Vietnam. We'll keep an eye on that. But at the same time, we've had some heavy flooding rains across the extreme south of Japan, and it stays pretty unsettled here through Thursday as well. Now we'll see some sharper showers across central China. There is Durdle, as we've already talked about, and then generally through Vietnam and Thailand we've got some pretty intense showers. But through Malaysia and Indonesia, it's a little bit quieter further south. As you can see, good deal of dry, settled weather in the offing. So this is the story then for the city forecast for the next 5 days. Beijing will see the best of the dry weather, although we'll have a little more fair weather cloud into the weekend. Now for Australia, we've had some warmth across Western Australia just recently, but this weather front will introduce something a little bit cooler. It's been disappointing into the southeast corner just recently as well, and temperatures struggling 12 or 13 degrees with some showers across that east coast. A few scattered showers into New Zealand, but nothing particularly extensive and not as bad as it has been just recent. So let's take a look at some of the city forecasts for the next 5 days, and you can see the rain will ease away to sunshine into Sydney. Wellington stays dry, settled and relatively sunny. Take care.